my martial arts has definitely impacted my career and vice versa, because, well, I actually have the two careers, or three or four, however you want to look at it, because besides being a martial arts instructor, I'm also an author. Well, some people might debate that. If you read the internet, most people would debate that fact, but I have actually written 9 books, and have been featured in or produced 28 US videos and 14 videos for another foreign company, which have been then redubbed into I don't know how many languages. So and I've also done some recent DVDs on Wing Chun ground fighting. So I have those careers going, but my actual career that I use to make my living primarily is in the security field. I'm actually, I guess you could say, a bodyguard and a security consultant and an investigator. So I work for a firm called Royal Protection Agency, and Royal Protection Group is basically a group of guys that provide bodyguard service to sort of dignitaries, mainly celebrities, and we also do some investigations, which is why I'm in London at the moment. And we do other kinds of security work. We'll set up security systems for people's premises, usually businesses, and we'll set up security systems for the celebrities that we guard. So in that career, the martial arts has served me very well, not because I get to go to interesting places around the world and meet interesting people and beat them up. Certainly that's part of the attraction, but it served me well in that my clients have a lot of confidence in me because of my martial arts skills. And you know, I'll confess, a lot of them have seen my books, and when I come out on the odd magazine cover, you know, I'll show them, because obviously they take one look at me and they go, "Who's this short, fat, bald old guy you've sent me?" And they don't, you know, they wonder, seriously, they look at me and I'm just a little guy and I'm unassuming, and so, in looks, and so they like to know what I'm actually capable of. And so the martial arts gives them that confidence, that my ability in the martial arts to feel safe traveling with me. It gives me a certain kind of confidence to go places that some people might be afraid to go. I went into Nigeria all by myself, into not just Lagos, but into the deep, dark part of Owerri in Nigeria alone, and without a weapon, and didn't feel any fear at all. I mean, I probably should have, you know, I could have been killed. Some people would say I should have been killed. But notwithstanding, I had the confidence to go into a place like that, and my clients just said, "Wow, you know, we could send Randy in there, and he did all that groundwork for us and set everything up so that our visit went smooth." And it's that martial arts helps me bring to the table. I have worked for certain clients that are really well known, even in the martial arts film world. And you know, certainly they don't want publicity that, oh, so-and-so movie star can't be seen or can't go outside of his house without a bodyguard. Well, when they see me with these guys, they figure, well, it must be his little brother or something, or his cousin, because obviously this guy isn't going to be protected by this little guy here. So they can go out with me without fear that anyone's going to criticize them for having a bodyguard. And it doesn't mean that these guys need a bodyguard. It just means they don't feel like fighting every time they go out to dinner. You know, Steven Seagal, you know, Christopher Reeve played Superman. Nobody expected him to fly when he was out at a restaurant. Or people don't expect Rocky to box. But for some reason, they expect Jean-Claude Van Damme or Steven Seagal to fight all the time. And so they want to go out to dinner with their wife and kids, and they don't want to be bothered. So they might want the security. And they like having a martial artist doing that kind of work because they respect a martial artist. So certainly that and the mindset of a martial artist helps in the security field, because you have to think proactively. You have to think of circumventing anything that the opponent might try. You have to think of protecting your client, not just yourself. And all of the principles that I've been talking about today can be executed on a higher level. You know, when you talk about, you know, economy isn't just something that you use in fighting. Economy you use in your driving, or you're planning an event. You know, covering the live area and the dead side, and the way you protect those things, you can look at that as having the person that you're in charge of in your live area at all times and protecting the dead side. You know, whether it's yourself or a team of guys that you're leading, you can direct a team of guys the same way you can direct your hands and feet on a higher plane. So I think of of Wing Chun as permeating everything that I do, like I said before, not just what I have and who I know, but everything that I do, including in my career or my writing or my teaching. When I teach Wing Chun, I use Wing Chun not just to show the technique, but I use Wing Chun to be succinct, to be able to explain the theories clearly and adequately in the shortest amount of time possible, but yet make that effective. And so Wing Chun is just something that it comes through no matter what you do, whether you like it or not. It influences your behavior in all aspects.